This is a poem I wrote many years ago, and it was inspired by my grandma's garden, a place called Woodlands near Doncaster, which was near Brodsworth Pit where my granddad worked. He was a coal miner and she was worked on a farm. She'd been it's called a land army during World War II. Basically every garden, I remember growing up in the 60s and very early 70s, when we visited, every garden in that village had a peace rose in it. And the story of the peace rose is really interesting. It was bred in France, just on the cusp of Germany invading. He named the cultivar for his wife, and so it's called Mrs. M. Meilland, Meilland. There's a Wikipedia article about it, which I'll link below, and it's so interesting. The cultivars from that were smuggled out, and eventually it was called the Peace Rose, because it came to represent, victory, and it just took off. Hundreds of millions were sold, sort of just from the time it was bred, to today. Quite remarkable. It just came to represent something, something good coming out of a country that was on the verge of just being overtaken by a horrible philosophy. So this was inspired. I'll read it first, and then I'll write it out. The Peace Rose. In a coal miner's garden, Grandma's Grandma's house. I'll start again. The Peace Rose. In a coal miner's garden, Grandma's rose blossomed. Peace, it was called. Delicate lemon centrefolds, edges tinged with pink. Planted, as many thousands were, while World War raged again. A humble king called a day of prayer for the victory only God could bring. And of course he did, thankfully. So the style of calligraphy I use is, I don't have any real problems with my memory. A sign of things to come, I don't know. Chancery style. Maybe I'm just tired, let's hope so, eh? I've got COPD, so I sigh a lot. I chose this style because it's closest to my cursive handwriting. And it's also the easiest to learn. Just practice. Chirping in the background is Max and Jessie, are two very senior budgies. They're both 10 years old. Taking it easy like me these days. Well, I'm trying to. I sigh a lot because I've got COPD. I don't know if I said that already. Too many years of smoking. The end result isn't very pleasant, I can tell you. I gave up about, must be 6 years ago now. And I wish I'd never ever set eyes on the things, honestly. When you're young, you think you're invincible, don't you? Fit that last word in, never mind. Squeeze. Lines are a centimetre apart. I don't usually bother, but rubbing them out, I mean. Do them lightly enough. It's only for my personal pleasure anyway, just to keep the old brain active. No, not too bad.